Let's take you back to that main story, the unrest in Brazil. Peter Hakim joins us now from our Washington studio. He is President Emeritus of the Inter-American Dialogue, a Center for Policy Analysis. Peter, thanks for your time. We should say, of course, have just said, and should reiterate, that those protests are still going on. If anything, they've stepped up, even though the fare rises seem to have gone away. What is happening here, do you think, in the broader scope of things?
Well, I think what we're seeing is Brazil, like many other countries in Latin America, are becoming more middle class. They're demanding more of their governments. And the Brazil government doesn't do very well on things like transportation, daily services, garbage collection, police. In other words, it's not a very efficient government, not a very effective government. The people aren't protesting against the government politically, it doesn't seem, at least. They seem to support the president even, but they're unhappy with the lack of efficiency, effectiveness, of openness of government. And this has generated quite a stir. It's generated a stir in Chile as well, which is one of the better functioning governments in the region.
People have made quite loose comparisons, I guess, with the Arab Spring and with Turkey. Are they useful comparisons, do you think?
I really don't think so. In the Arab Spring, you had protesters calling for a change of regime, a change of leadership, a change of direction. In Brazil, they're not calling for any of that. In fact, Dilma Rousseff, the president, although her poll numbers have dropped a bit recently because of economic slowdown, is still an extraordinarily popular figure. Close to 60% of the population approve of her and approve of her government. No, this is not a complaint against a political system, a political leader. This is a complaint against a poorly functioning government.
Well, just briefly,
on a day-to-day basis.
Forgive me, Peter, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I assume the economy is already being hit. I guess the economy is part of the problem. How is this poorly functioning government, briefly, as I say, if you can, going to deal with this?
Well, that's a problem. This doesn't come at a very good time at all. Brazil, of course, is, as we talked, suffering some economic reversals, which are going to make improvements hard to find financing for. Brazil is also preparing for a World Cup soccer tournament next year, which means that there's a lot of attention being placed on the country. So it's doing this in full public view of the entire world. And third, there's election season coming up in 4 or 5 months and the current president is going to try and run for a second term. All those things are going to make a real effective solution very difficult in the short run.
Peter Hakim, thank you very much.